Ever pondered how 3 inmates disappeared from the world's most secure prison, Alcatraz, in 1962? Picture this: Alcatraz, an island prison, known for its chilling winds and perilous waters, claimed to be the most secure prison in the world. It was believed to be inescapable. Yet in 1962, 3 inmates vanished, leaving behind a mystery that has baffled the world for more than 6 decades. This story, my friends, is the tale of the infamous 1962 Alcatraz escape. Now you might ask, who were these daring souls who dared to defy Alcatraz? Meet Frank Morris, a man infamous for his high IQ and a criminal record that began at age 13. His crimes ranged from narcotics possession to armed robbery, which eventually landed him in the inescapable Alcatraz. Then we have the Anglin brothers, John and Clarence. They hailed from a family of 14 children, and it was poverty that first led them down the path of crime. Initially they stuck to robbing banks, but their luck ran out, and they found themselves in Alcatraz, right alongside Morris. These men, each with their own unique set of skills and experiences, found common ground in the most unlikely of places. They all shared the determination to escape the rock, the will to taste freedom once more. These 3 weren't your average prisoners. They had a plan, a daring one that challenged the might of Alcatraz. So how did these men manage to escape the inescapable? Against all odds, the masterminds of one of the most audacious prison breaks ever conceived managed to do the unthinkable. Their plan was as ingenious as it was daring. It involved months of careful planning, relentless work, and a healthy dose of audacity. They started by digging tunnels. Using tools fashioned from spoons and discarded items, they carved out a route through the prison's concrete walls. A task so meticulous and painstaking that it took them nearly 6 months, working under the cover of night to complete it. But they didn't stop there. To fool the guards during their nightly head count, they crafted decoy heads. Mimicking the human form with impressive accuracy, these decoys were made from a mixture of soap, toilet paper, and real hair from the prison barbershop. Placed on their beds, they appeared to be sleeping inmates, buying our escapees precious time. Next came the raft. Using over 50 raincoats, they painstakingly stitched together a makeshift vessel. It was a marvel of prison engineering, designed to weather the treacherous tides of the San Francisco Bay. Finally, the night of the escape arrived. After months of careful planning and preparation, they were ready. As the rest of Alcatraz slept, they crawled through their tunnels, slipped past the guards, and into the frigid bay waters. The audacity of their plan was matched only by the boldness of its execution. They had managed to outwit the system, to escape the fortress that was said to be inescapable. They had managed to turn the impossible into a reality. Yet the success of their escape was only the beginning of their journey. Ahead lay the daunting task of surviving the treacherous waters of the bay, of reaching the shore, and of evading capture. And just like that, they vanished into the cold, dark night, leaving behind an unsolvable mystery. But the question remains, did they survive the treacherous waters of San Francisco Bay, or did they meet a watery grave? There are countless theories about the fate of the Alcatraz escapees. Some believe they made it to freedom, while others are convinced they drowned in the icy waters of the bay. The FBI conducted an exhaustive investigation, but the case was eventually closed in 1979, deemed as likely drowned. However, the Bureau admits that small pieces of evidence could suggest they might have survived. In 2018, a letter surfaced, purportedly from one of the escapees, claiming they had indeed survived. Its authenticity remains unverified, adding another layer of mystery to this already perplexing tale. But what about the conditions on that fateful night? Scientific studies have been conducted to recreate the tides and weather of that night. Some conclude that if the men left at the right time, the outgoing tide could have carried them towards freedom. However, the frigid temperatures of the water, typically around 50 degrees Fahrenheit, would have posed a serious threat to their survival. Theories abound, evidence is scant, and the truth remains elusive. Whether they reached the shores of freedom or met their end in the depths of the bay, we may never know. The mystery of the Alcatraz escape remains unsolved to this day, leaving us all to wonder. Did they make it, or did they perish in their audacious attempt to break free?